Taiji Immortal Island, Immortal Valley. Li Sangziao thought sideways. I didn't know where the Immortal Valley of Taiji Immortal Island was, and he asked, "Is this?" The old man doesn't know where it is. Little brother, how about you draw me a map? Xiaoxie took a breath and said a lot of words, and his whole body was in pain, and he said, "Give me the pill, I'm so sad." He was already a little unconscious, half of him was pretending to be half of the pain, and the pain was unbearable. Li Sangziao saw that he immediately stuffed 3 pills into his mouth, and used his skills to heal his injuries. Soon the little evil felt much more relaxed before saying, "It's okay." Li San smiled before he stopped, looking at Xiaoxie greedily. Little evil said, "I don't know how to draw a map, because I don't know many words, and I can't draw them if I want to." Li Sanfu was a little disappointed and said, "Whatever, just have a big area." Xiaoxie thought for a while and said, "That's good, I think I've memorized it for more than 10 years, and I can remember it very clearly, how about I dictate it to you?" Li Sangziao was stunned for a moment as if he was in a dream, and then shouted ecstatically, "Okay!" As he spoke, he had run into the inner cave. Han Lingqi said, "Xiaoxie, is there really a Xianshang treasure record?" She was worried that Xiaoxie would not be able to read it later. "I want to trick him into finding me some high-grade healing herbs. You see my injury like this, it's a first-class injury, this is not fun, if it is not cured, it will die, you can rest assured that I want a monkey play." When Han Ling heard him say it with such confidence, she was also relieved that she said, "Your injury? I'm so worried." The little evil said, "Don't worry. This old ghost has been confused, and he calls me a good brother. I am his father now, and he doesn't dare to go west when I call him east, and there is a reason for his son to watch Lao Tzu die, he he." Han Ling knew that if the little evil had a ghost idea, if he had already said it, he would have a way to do it, and her heart was a little calm, and she looked around, and found that there were snakes hanging near the stone wall, and she said ashamedly, "Why are there so many snakes here? I'm so scared." Xiaoxie knew that the girl was most afraid of these little insects and snakes, and he said, "Don't be afraid, when the old ghost comes, I will ask him to drive the snake out, you can rest well, and the world will be peaceful as soon as you sleep." Han Ling didn't speak, because Ji Sangziao's laughter had already arrived. I saw Ji San running back with a pen and paper with a smile and said, "Little brother, I'm ready, you can read it quickly." The little evil secretly laughed to himself, "Okay. I'm going to read it, you have to hear it clearly." Ji Sanya hurriedly opened the propaganda paper and said, "You can read it. But you can't read it too fast, the old man is afraid that he won't have time to copy it. I just read it slowly." The little evil looked at the cave and said, "The first chapter of Xian Xian Baolu, this treasure record is written by Xian Xian Genren in the ancient Kaishan period," he said. "This book is a collection of the world's martial arts. If you can practice to 1/10 of the world is invincible. If you can practice 2/10, there will be no 2 in the universe, 3/10 will carry the flowers, and the sword and gun will not enter, 4/10 will reach the body of gold, 5/10 will be free from the birth of the fetus and bones, 6/10 will be able to avoid cannibalism and fire, 7/10 will be able to incarnate into immortals, 8/10 will be able to return to the past life and know the past and future, 9/10 will be immortal. If all of them are practiced, they will be immortal with the universe, and their lives will be endless, and they will be able to meet my Xian real person, which is really happy. Boss, have you finished writing? The braggadocio of the little evil can be said to be the best in the world, but the most important thing is that he knows how to grasp people's hearts. Ji-san is obsessed with martial arts, so he will talk about martial arts, and the more magical he is, the more effective he can be. Ji Sangziao wrote very quickly, and when he heard that as long as he practiced 1/10 of this treasure record, he could be invincible in the world, and his saliva flowed out, and even the sentence "old man, have you written?" it was copied on rice paper, and when he saw Xiaoxie stop, he said, "Little brother, hurry up and read it, is it written?" The little evil shouted, "Old ghost, why are you going to write that sentence too? That's what I asked you, delete it." Ji-san smiled and realized that he was out of shape and hurriedly said, "Yes, it's a little brother, I'll delete it immediately, don't be angry." He's really afraid that Xiaoxie will be angry and won't read it. Xiaoxie smiled in his heart and said, "My Supreme Master Xianxuanzhen's skills are extraordinary, so the method of practicing is also different from the normal method. You have to pay attention not to copy a single word." Ji-san smiled and said busily, "Now, yes, the old man is careful. Anyone who practices martial arts, don't want to get the most profound martial arts, especially those who practice the left path of the side, and if the person who practices orthodox martial arts, after hearing these words, he has long been suspicious of the little evil, but this old ghost is really a ghost, and he said yes again and again, and he is convinced that he didn't find out that the little evil was lying, and the little evil also calculated that he would definitely go fishing, so he read it very magically and greatly. Then again, if you are a decent person, the methods used by the little evil are different. The little evil thought, what you are reading now is true, and you can't read it wrong, otherwise it will be difficult for you to heal your first-class injury. He said, before the end of this martial arts, it must be soaked in a potion 21 days, and the prescription is as follows: 25 main flavors, 1 or 1,000 years of snake blood, 2 a white snake in the Tian Shan Mountains, 3 a purple-winged snake in Mobei. 4th, the red girl of the Tian Shan Mountains has a tail. 5 2 long white hexagonal red toads. 6th, the South China Sea champion incense tail. 7th, Miaozhong 5 steps down 1 tail. There are 2 3-colored toads in the 80 Chongling Valley. 9 a 1,000-legged black centipede. 10 to 10,000-year-old ice black-hearted spiders. 11 a yin and yang green jellyfish in the North Sea. 12 a desert four-billed bat. 13 a rooftop white turtle. 14 10,000 years of arsenic 3 coins. 15 Miaozhong fire lotus green crane top red 2 coins. 16 Tianqi ice silkworm saliva is 2 mm in a cup. These 16 flavors are the most poisonous in the world. How many flavors do you have, old ghost? Ji-san smiled and copied these, knowing that these were rare treasures that he wanted to collect for decades, and that was nothing more than that, he said, except for the ice silkworm saliva and Miaozhong's 5 steps, it has it. Little evil thought, if you don't use these 2 main medicines, the bear will not work well, and the boss said that if you lack 1 or 2 of them, you can replace them with a 10,000-year-old fartworm and a cyclamen fish from the dead lake in Dabby Mountain. He said, Old ghost, then you can replace it with a 10,000-year-old corpse and a dead lake cyclamen. Ji Sangziao suddenly put his mind at ease and said, That's no problem, I'll be able to get it tomorrow. What are the other 9 flavors? Little Evil said, First, there are 3,000 years of jade horses. Second, the 2 plants of Qinyi Bailingzi want to be snow-capped. 3 a silver fox of Chenbai I millennium. Fourth, the jade line of Dashan mountain bears and cats. Fourth, a Shaolin 6 gods silver flower. Fifth, a piece of Kunlun red heart deer antler. Sixth, Qinghai 10,000 years lotus root. Seventh, the dragon saliva red fruit 2. 9 a Mongolian red silk clove herb. How much are you prepared for this, old ghost? Ji San thought with a smile, these are the treasures of the world, they can be brought back to life, and the old man has been reluctant to use them for many years, but he can't care so much about practicing them. He said, Yes, but there is a lack of 6 gods and silver flowers. Little Evil thought, in the past, the old man used the most for me to use the 6 gods of silver, but now he can blindly ask him to make up for the older ordinary silver flowers. He said, If you don't have it, you can use 100 years of honeysuckle. After a pause, he said, Although these medicines are scarce, it is not impossible to get them, otherwise your Snake Valley will have no one to take care of it for a long time, and you will kill everything you will move. That place is the most useful, you should know. All in a big iron bucket. Oh, it's okay to put it on the medicine furnace across from you. He gestured to the right. Li San smiled and said, The old man will do it after copying the treasure record. What else is there? Little Evil Deo, the other is that the nature of the paramedicine supplement is not important. You listen, Aracia star 3 money, raw yellow 3 money, 1 liter of tea, cotton ash 3 money, frankincense, sky duckweed. He took more than 100 kinds of medicine in one breath.